Good evening and welcome to Rising Stars. My task once a week is to sit with you and to talk to you about how every one of us has greatness within. Tonight we have a special opportunity to welcome one individual who really demonstrates the ability to show the greatness, but I want to remind all of our viewers that there's greatness within each and every one of us. One individual who will never be thwarted on greatness is our guest of the evening. I want to introduce to you Ms. Shawntae Jordan. Shawntae may appear to be kind of like a fresh young face to most of you, but let me assure you that this energetic young woman is already an award-winning motivational speaker and life empowerment coach. Also as an author, Ms. Jordan has already published her first book, Learn How I Made a Fortune While in College, a real-life student strategy guide. Her slogan, Ignite the Drive Within You, speaks volumes as her mission is to help women feel good about themselves, whether one is in the middle of middle school, high school, college, or in the work area. Shawntae draws the best from her participants, encouraging self-love and self-worth without emotion or upheaval. So, Ms. Jordan, welcome to our show, and let me begin by asking you a question.
Go right ahead. Thank you.
So what is it about this book, this title, Did You Really Make a Fortune in College?
It's so funny that you asked. Everyone asks me the same question. Shawntae, how did you make a fortune in college? Well, I have to first start by saying that everyone can create their own fortune, meaning you have your own right to say what your fortune is. And indeed, I believe that I made a fortune while in college. While I was in college, I got over $60,000 in scholarships and grants. And I usually tell students, you know, the fortune really was the money, but hey, it was extra things such as leadership, communication, commitment, as well as networking with others that allowed me to really gain true fortune.
Well, $60,000 may sound like not so much when those of us who are helping to pay off our sons and daughters' student loans are coming home with $100,000 worth of debt and all, but I would think that from the perspective of a college student, looking at all of this obligation they're taking on, $60,000 really is a fortune. So let me ask you this. Students are now faced with these enormous debt loads when they graduate. Are you able to provide them with any key ideas on how to deal with this?
Well, yes. I actually do a teleseminar called 11 Secrets to Scholarships. And many people think that scholarship success is all about going and filling out a college application and making sure you have the good grades. But it goes a little deeper than that. I like to tell students that, you know, you have to make the great grades, but you also have to serve other people. And in serving other people, that builds your resume. And many times when colleges are looking for students or people are looking to give students scholarships, many times students fail to realize that they have to take a little bit more initiative than just the grades. They actually have to take action and do something. So I empower students to think outside of the box and be different.
Well, we all want to get outside of that box. Now, in thinking about what you just said, and this whole idea of being able to empower oneself, I noticed that you said in your introduction to the book that you were interested in empowering women. And yet when I read this book and I was thinking about what was being said, I felt like as a male I could benefit from the same ideas. Why did you choose women? Are you just limiting to women?
No, actually, I need to make that correction. I actually am a student life coach to students, tweens to 20s, and young professionals. And I help students, male or female, to actually develop their strengths, tackle their weaknesses, and explore unlimited potential. And the way that we do that is through a 7-step series of actually setting your goals and actually knowing who you are, determining your destiny, and then setting up an action plan. So no, it's not just for women, it's actually for anyone who wants to steer their life in the direction that they wish to go.
Well, I'm glad to know that because I really thought it fit me too. So let me ask you this. You're an author and you're a motivational speaker. What made you want to become a motivational speaker in the first place?
Well, have to tell you that when I was in high school, I wasn't all that great. Let's tell you that. I mean, I had good grades, but a lot of times I got myself in a little bit of trouble due to my mouth. So I knew then I had some special talent. And so when my principal told me that I would be nothing, that no job would want me or no college would want me, I, at that point in time, after my mom gave me that big spanking, decided that I no longer wanted to be the passenger in my life, that I wanted to be the driver of my success. And I'm certain that there's other students who feel the same way, like, people are holding them back. So what I did is I took it in my hand to begin to start motivating and helping other people to become the driver of their success. And I've been doing that for the past 5 years.
So we passengers all need to become drivers, that's what you're saying?
Definitely.
Okay. Well, what if one of these passengers said to you, I just know that I can't be like Shantae, I can't go out and achieve these great things. What would you do or say to that person?
Well, you're right. You won't be able to do the same thing that Shantae did, not because I'm someone unique, it's because we all have some greatness inside of us. And therefore, I encourage students to start looking within themselves, finding out what it is they're passionate about, finding out areas where their strengths are. And when you capitalize on your strengths, you're able to do things that other people aren't able to do because it's your strength. So therefore, people don't get so entangled with their own thoughts of, I can't be like someone else. But if you begin to learn who you are and know who you are, then you're able to do many things. And so I just encourage students and people in general to begin to look within and find out those things that make them who they are. And once they do that, then they don't have to compare themselves to someone else. They actually will be able to know who they are and believe in themselves.
One last question before we run out of time. We have a studio audience here as well as those watching on TV. Do you have any keys to success or anything you'd like to leave them with today in particular?
Well, since this program is about being a star, I would tell each one of you all to make sure that you strive for excellence, that you take time to recognize who you are, and always evaluate where you are in your life and recognize that the greatness really is within yourself.
Well, I look forward to watching your next book come out and going to some of these special motivational sessions that you're planning. And let me just say to our studio audience, as well as those who've been watching us today, that we look forward to seeing them again next week, and we'll have a special surprise guest for next week. And to remind everyone that you are capable of greatness too. Thank you for being with us this evening, Shantae.
Thank you to you and your 7 years.